We do not need any presidential advisory committee to do it. Recall, it seems as if what we have been doing over the last nine years is rinse, repeat, rinse. Buhari did the same thing when he set up the same presidential advisory committee to advise him. And the same set of people were part of those that were in Buhari's committee. And like President Obasanjo will say, it's one thing to advise him, it's another thing for him to accept or reject your advice. We do not need any presidential advisory committee. This president appointed a Federal Executive Council, ministers, ACs, and head of MDS. Those are supposed to be the workforce, the bulwark, the team that should help him to accomplish his promises and manifesto to Nigerians. To fix the Nigerian economy is not a skyrocket science. It does not need committees of this and committees of that. We know the fundamental issues and challenges. Issues of corruption, issues of insecurity. These are the twin demons at the root of the current wars that we have in Nigeria. And these twin demons are the offsprings of the current fraudulent constitutional and physical framework that we have in Nigeria that encourages so much wealth without enterprise instead of creative enterprise wealth making. We can easily fix this country. Nigeria ticks the right boxes to be a top 10 global economy within the next 8 years if we do the best things. And what are those best things? Tackle the corruption headlong, fix the insecurity, and put Nigerians back to productive activities like we used to have between 1960 to 1966. We don't need committees to do it. Before I came to your studio, I took a look at the numbers in 2022. I also looked at the numbers from other economies. You know, one of the arguments that we use to bandy is that we import so much and we produce nothing. And it is not actually true. If you look at our import volumes for 2022, compared to our GDP, it's about 12%. It is one of the lowest in the whole world. Singapore, less than Alimosho in land size, 5 million people, imported over $701 billion worth of goods into their economy. 153% of their GDP importation. They did not import for consumption. They imported things needed to grow their economy and make it one of the top 4 economies in the whole world. What has been the problem with Nigeria is not that we are importing. What are we importing? If you look at the numbers, 2022, we imported $60 billion worth of goods and services. We exported only $57 billion. We had diaspora remittances in excess of over $15 billion and other revenues that came in, even borrowings. Net, we should not be having Naira depreciating at the rate it is going today. What is driving it is corruption. What we expected this government to do, when you appointed ministers and the MDA heads, there should be targets, there should be key performance indicators, and you should show Nigerians what you need to do. I will give you examples. I looked at the import volumes in Nigeria and I discovered some shocking things. We imported $24 billion worth of mineral oil, refined petroleum products, and synthetics. We even imported $2.3 billion worth of plastics. We imported food, even fish. We imported $899 million worth of fish. These are things we can easily produce. We actually imported over 600,000 tons of palm oil. In a forward-thinking and a creative-thinking government will have sat down. Look at the 2022 numbers, where we have comparative advantage. Example, why should a Nigeria that controlled 45% of the global palm oil market in 1965 be importing palm oil when we have palm oil growing in the wild? We consume 2.4 million tons of palm oil per annum. We only produce 1.4 million tons based on the record by the US Agri Department. How do we cover the 1 million tons domestic supply deficit and even increase it to about 3 million tons to enable us export like Malaysia, Indonesia? It's a no-brainer.
Hello, my beautiful people. So you've heard from this wonderful Dr. Nemeka Obiaraeri. In fact, anytime he says, it's just as if the man is saying everything I'm saying in a more sophisticated manner. You understand? If you watch my previous videos, this is what I've been saying. The agro processing mechanized agriculture and agro-processing is the only solution. What the government needs now is to organize it. Things like land, look for ways to harness it, not coming to do rogue and forcing people to come and give your land to people. Let the community, let them be part of the project, let them be the major stakeholders in this project. And if they cannot fund it, let people from within that region, you understand, handle it, instead of bringing Fulani herdsmen to come and do ruga. Actually, if you really look at that ruga initiative, it's not a really bad idea. It's just that the Fulani people are killing people, you understand. So that ruga thing is not acceptable. If the Fulani were nice, sweet people, bringing their cattle and them paying for the land, or maybe people in the south start growing ranches and the rest, and they can feed their cow, people will be making money. But no, the Fulani herdsmen come around and kill people. Anyway, you see, he heard what he said in an extended video, apart from this video, because he did another video too on Arise. He was talking about housing. He was saying, talking about building housing in all the local governments. That place is where I would disagree with him, because the thing will not be uniform. So that's why I always maintain that the federal government must build 6 new cities in the geopolitical zones to address these housing issues. Now, these new cities can be either light industry cities with maybe technical colleges, world class. They should do things world class. They should stop doing this Nigerian standard of thing. Bring in people from Cape Town, let them supervise it. You understand? Let Julius Berger be the major people doing the thing. Those Cape Town people will be telling them, no, this is what this is the whole interlocking is. If they don't have the material, then if it's something they can do in Nigeria, they should start doing the material. He has mentioned agro-processing, palm oil. He has been telling you, see what is lacking, see what Nigeria is importing. These things we are not supposed to import it because we can do it here. What of granules? You know how many things granules can do? The federal government can even start this thing at federal-owned farms or state-owned farms. Then later they privatize, they auction it out and give it out to an individual who can pay cash. You understand? Or to the community as loan. They can start as use graduates that have a class to man this farm. Then put people that have experience in the farming to manage these large hectares of land before the graduates, after their training, will now start managing this farm. People that have first class, let them be the people managing the farms, or people that have so much passion for agriculture. You understand? I've mentioned these things in my channel, even this building thing, because if you do this thing in all the local government, it will be haphazard. Nigeria is not developed. So even if you want the diaspora, some of them to come by, you must build world-class cities. World-class. Cape Town standard. Let me use that one. Cape Town is one of the best cities in the world. Those of you who have not gone there, try and see there. We should do those templates, copy and paste, even the roof materials. It must be roof tiles. You ban zinc in those cities. Keke will not be seen there. You understand? If you want to own a transport company in there for shuttle, you must have 100 buses, brand new buses. Maybe you can even scale the production. So these are just some of the ways you can grow. To grow Naira, the grow economy, let me tell you, it's not hard. With the money federal government has, it's not hard. They're just wasting the small money. I'm telling me, if they put me and this man, let me tell you, I don't have experience in this thing. If they put me and this man to organize these things, I swear to God, maybe he will know more people. He will have more experience than me. I don't have any experience. Just put me and this man. I'm telling you, I will not steal money from there. Just pay me my 1 million or 2 million every month. You understand what I'm saying? No, we organize this thing. It's for the betterment of the people. It's not like you're going to benefit in the future generation will remember you and pray for you. They will pray for you. God might even forgive you and carry you to heaven. You understand what I'm saying? So these are just some of the ways we can grow Nigeria. But some people keep on chasing shadows. Those bringing Dangote them. What we Dangote them do? Those ones are goats now that want to eat yam. Bringing questionable characters to your economic team. They don't need it. Just need people like this. 6 of them. They will handle this thing. Tell them the side form of corruption. I don't understand.